Hey, welcome back to Case Break Analysis. I'm JT. This is another case break simulation. Today we got Topps Dynasty Formula One from 2022. This is a high-end product. And I'm going to break it down for you if you haven't seen my videos or you don't watch long enough for me to tell you what I do here. I am helping you make informed decisions about which products you buy, what you look for in a group break, and how you make decisions on where you spend your money. This is about reviewing the product. It's about giving you the breakdown of the numbers, the real breakdown of the numbers. And then I simulate a bunch of case breaks to give you real world examples of how this stuff should work. 2022 Topps Dynasty Formula One. Let's get started. What is this product? This is a high-end Formula One product from Topps. It is a small checklist. I believe there's only 30 unique subjects in the checklist. And there's only one type of hit, and that's a memorabilia autograph memorabilia, whatever you call it, RPA. Well, not RPA, just PA, patch auto, whatever. The hit is very cool. The memorabilia is very cool. The cards, I will say, are less than appealing. The photography is essentially standard, generic. I don't know how you elevate a high-end Formula One product, but I believe it's my belief that, like in baseball, you don't typically get baseball, football, basketball, hockey, the main sports. You don't typically get a portrait shot of an athlete, whereas with Formula One, in almost every product Topps puts out for Formula One, you're getting a portrait. What are they? Kind of like a studio image of the driver. So it's a little what am I trying to say here? It's less than appealing to just give us the same pictures. I don't know how you elevate it, what you give us, driving, action shots, whatever. But a high-end product needs to show more potential in its photography, at least, than the standard, Topps Chrome. So hobby boxes do include one card. That's it. One pack, one card, and there are 5 boxes per case. Again, this is a super high-end product. You're going to pay a fortune for this. I'm not 100% sure where the ROI is, but I did a little research on the pricing, and we'll get into that. But it seems like there's a lot of money here. Everything in this product is number 10 or less. There you go. You get 1, and 5. Like I said, comes out tomorrow, March 1st. I'm recording this on the 28th of February. So there's your case break. Is going to be 5 autograph memorabilia cards. So let's look at these cards. What I was saying is, are you getting anything out of the photography? Not really. Also, I am really, really concerned about these. I know this is not a new product. I know that this product came out last year and they had the same kind of configuration. In my opinion, you look, whatever these relics are, one, doesn't even really give any context. Maybe the back will give context, or maybe these renderings here are just samples and not what the actual cards are going to look like. But I want to know what this is. I want to know, it's probably this right here is probably this signature here. This right here is probably something from like in here. But you need to give more information about the relics because of how high end this is. You're basically, in my opinion, anything that's the case price is going to be over $5,000, and you're giving so few cards, under 10 cards. What you are doing, you have to curate the product for the consumer. What makes this George Russell card any better than any other George Russell card? In my opinion, George Russell autograph card, maybe the relics, but look how small they are. This card is insignificant. In the George Russell collection, it's insignificant. Same for every single card. The only compliment I will give on these cards is these zipper cards. They're zipper and glove cards. They're cool because the patches are jumbo, and so there's a jumbo version, that's a 1 of 1, and then there's a non-jumbo version, which I'm guessing is these little tiny squares, and that's going to be out of 10, I believe, most times. Or there's going to be like flags from their uniforms from the jumpsuits, and that will be there will be a jumbo version and a regular version of that as well. My main concern here is that there's nothing cool about these cards. There's nothing unique or high end about it. Maybe the card stock's high end. Maybe the fact that the checklist is pretty good. But I'm telling you guys, like, if we look through these aesthetics and we look at what makes an iconic card, I don't know, Dynasty just doesn't do it for me. But I'll stop trashing the product and kind of get into the good highlights stuff. There are a fair amount of variants, even though they're only giving you 5 cards per case, and every card is a patch auto essentially. There's singles, there's doubles, there's these team cards, there's zippers, flags, and gloves. In my opinion, at the price point this is at the high end level it's at, everything should be jumbo, and the photography should be unparalleled. It should be the best photography that you can get. Maybe mosaics, even if you want to do that studio picture, plus maybe an action driving shot, something from inside the car. Maybe there's got to be something here that makes this product high end. If you're just pulling portraits from your folders on your computer that you already had for Topps Chrome, then this product isn't any better. You're just throwing together something. And I personally don't trash Topps as much as I trash other companies. But this product doesn't scream high end to me. And if you're offended by that, I apologize, but I'll get to that. The cost for this product, at least at Steel City, again, I leave room for markup here for breakers who buy these at some distribution cost, which is cheaper than what you see here. Then they mark up to this price so they can make a profit. If without a profit, what's the point? So the cost is $7,500, at least at Steel City. And here's the breakdown by driver. Instead of team, you'll see team a lot because I didn't want to change my template for this and then forget to change it back later. So instead, we're just going to deal with, this is by driver. Everything's going to be by driver. And this is a breakdown of how many cards, and they're all autographs, so we really don't have to go over too much. They're all autos. Here's the breakdown. So there are these 3 people here have the most in the set. And if you were to pay for this product in a break based on the distribution of autographs, so basically I want to buy the player or the driver that has the most autographs in the set, then you can go for one of those top 3 guys. And based on that cost, that $7,500 cost, a fair price would be, if you break it down by how many unique autographs there are, this right here. Now, in most cases, like big sets like Donruss or Topps Series 1, the print run doesn't always match the number of unique cards. So you might have, let's say for some of these guys, they might have 37 unique cards, but if the 3 of them had different print runs, they would have a different total number of cards. In this case, there's so few cards, and the print runs are pretty much 10, 5, 2, and 1, that they're the same. So if we sort by that, you see that it's similar, but the prices go down a little. So if you stay between 316 and 323, somewhere, maybe even 315 and 325, you should be okay with some of these higher priced guys. Or with these higher print run guys. And the reason why you're paying more for higher print run, you're probably arguing, oh, it's not as rare, there's more of them, is because you have a higher likelihood of getting a card. That's just the fact. If there's more of them, you might get one. And since they're all so low print run, it's all good anyway. So who's got the least amount in this set? Well, some of them are these dual autos. So let's go to the first person that's individual. So Mike Crack has that is an insane name. I didn't even see that in the checklist. Or Mike Crack. Anytime you put Mike in front of a word that exists in the English language, it sounds like my, and then the next word, my crack. It's not though. Sorry, Mike, if you're watching this video, that's just what your name sounds like, but you know that. So I'm not telling you anything you don't already know. But he has the fewest number of autographs in this set of 54, only 12 unique cards. So if you're going to buy into this set and Mike Crack is the only person left, I would pay between these two prices here, 113 and 105. And then here's the rest of them. So what I'm doing here is I'm pausing here. You could take a screenshot of this, use this to help you make purchases later. Now, that doesn't include the checklist strength. And I want to talk about this as something I've developed over time. The checklist strength says, I go in and I see how popular Google searches and different internet activity is on each of these drivers, and that popularity kind of equates to how likely you are to make a profit or even just sell your cards in general. And so what I do is I go and I get that profit, and what this kind of equates to is a value. So a player has a lot of online interest in their sports cards and memorabilia specifically. And then if that's true, then I can say, well, how many pieces of autographs, memorabilia, inserts, whatever, are in this product, and then derive a value metric based on the strength that I'm pulling from the online interest. So I know it's a lot, might be confusing, but basically I'm saying this Formula One checklist, how will it in the future compare to other Formula One checklists? That way we know if this really is a high-end product, it should have a higher rating. And this score is going to be out of 5, both for the drivers themselves and for the teams. Later in a different one video that you might watch where there's teams, I would show you the total value of a team. So for the product as a whole, I'm giving this a 4.1 out of 5. That's actually the highest I've gotten so far in all these videos I've done with this metric. So this is actually a very good product. It has a lot of high-end autographs. They don't include a lot of scrubs, or there's not like a pit crew guy on there that's probably worth like $4. So if you're looking for ROI, if you're an investor and not a collector, there's some value here. Now, what that scale means, if there's a 5, it's a high profit. 4, and this is by individual card. If a card or a player or a driver is a 5, you're probably going to sell it right away, make a good profit. 4, maybe sit on it for a little bit, but you might make a profit. 3, average, break even, kind of standard price for some of these cards. 2, you might sell it at a loss. There's not a lot of interest except for a few, really super collectors, but they're not going to pay full price. And 1, those cards might not sell at all. I don't think there was even any 1s in this product, to be honest with you. And out of the 880 unique cards, or greater than 880, there's between 550 and 600 that fall between a 4 and a 5 on this scale. So tons of cards, like over half, way over half. That's the most I've seen so far, way over half, like 65% of this product falls on the higher end of the scale. And so there you have it with that. And the highlights of this really are those dual and triple relics, in my opinion, the zippers and the gloves as well. I think everything should be a jumbo patch. Get rid of the dual and triple relics. I know people like them, but I don't care about those. I think that having unique things like zippers and gloves and boots and steering wheels and maybe windshields, I don't care. Have that. That's way better than having a triple relic, tiny little square of some word you can't make out. It's dumb. That's my opinion. Move on, make it a high-end product. So anyway, here's my average value calculation. So it winds up equating to this number that you shouldn't care about. What you should care about is, if you're going to buy into this break, how much should you pay by driver? Now, I know you guys are thinking like, well, Max was the top driver. I don't know a lot about Formula One, but I did look some things up before this. And I know that Lewis Hamilton is like the man to collect. Everyone wants Lewis Hamilton. But based on the number of cards and the online search interest in these, and that's specifically for memorabilia. So if the guy won a race and the search spiked, that's not included here. It's specifically for memorabilia and cards. This is what you could pay $430 and you'd probably do okay with Daniel Ricciardo. I don't know how to say all these names. Ricciardo. So that's that. Now, who has the lowest value in here? Well, Mike Crack. I don't know why, because his name's so awesome. He should probably be of a higher value, but I also feel like people aren't searching for Mike Crack on Google or eBay, check out my cards, things like that. So here's the lowest. Take your screenshots, use this to inform your purchases. These are the highest value guys. There you go. So the distribution of those tiers that I created, there were 0 ones. So that's not even on this chart. And you can see that heavily is leaning towards 4s and 5s. That's awesome. That's a really strong checklist. For a high-end product, you'd expect to be over 50% for that. And it is. And that's good on Topps for doing that, because you don't want people opening these things and being like, are you serious? Are you kidding me with these autographs? That's not the case here. All right, so the master checklist, let's go over what's in this product before we do the simulations. And talk a little bit about what you can expect, what you can get, and what is the rarity of each thing. In this set, any card you get will be number 10 or less. That does make it a high-end product. That is very good. Good on Topps for doing that. Now, the reason I show you this card types and quantities table is not to show you anything in particular other than what are the rarest cards in the set. That way, when you pull these cards, sometimes you'll find that a short print or a super short print might be the rarest. Sometimes you'll find a parallel is the rarest. Sometimes a 1 of 1, sometimes not. There are many cases where that, well, I mean, a 1 of 1 will have one of them, but when you look at it by set and not player, there could be hundreds of 1 of 1s, like Topps Series 1. In this case, let's just talk about this first card is a 1 of 1. The print run is 1. It's a gold. It's part of the Dynasty Constructor Team Dual Relic Auto, and it is a gold parallel, which is a 1 of 1, but there are 10 of them. So imagine a situation where there was an even better one, where there was only one team that had a card in this set, and so then it would be a print run of 1, and number of cards would be 1. But let's just move on from there. So if you get one of these, one of the cards that you see on the screen now, you're getting the rarest cards in the set. So you take a screenshot. That way, if you pull one of these, you're like, yep, I just got the rarest card in the set. I can sell this for a ton of money. No one can match this gold zipper auto. This is amazing. So there it is. And the most common, they are going to be like kind of your base equivalent, these Dynasty autograph patches. These are the just basic cards. They're out of 10, and many drivers have 3 to 4 different versions of the card. So maybe there's hope for those photographs, people. I don't know. I'm trashing this product, but it's possible that the photography is amped up. And I don't mean to make such a big deal about the photos, but when you have a product that has to have staying power, like I was saying before with baseball, you don't get that studio portrait view. So having that on Dynasty makes sense. In Formula One, Chrome has amazing look and feel. You get the drivers up close in a studio. Sometimes they have their helmets on, sometimes they don't. Sometimes they're sideways, sometimes they're facing forward, whatever. On the Chrome version of Formula One, I think that's a perfect spot for that. On these, I think you need to amp it up. You need to give people something more to make these cards iconic, because they have to be memorable. If you're just selling cards because the breaker paid $7,000 for the case, that means the cards are worth more. That's kind of not true, because you can get a 1 of 1, you can get a 1 of 5, a 1 of 10 in Chrome, and it's great. It should be worth more than this because those look better. These, I'll never remember these cards. So there you go. That was my rant. These are the most popular cards, most rare cards. Now let's look at print run by, it says teams, but I'm talking drivers here. Who has the most 1 of 1s? Sebastian Vettel. I don't know how to pronounce these names again. I don't watch Formula One. But these are the people with the most 1 of 1s, and then the people with the most out of 10 are pretty much everybody has that, I think. But some drivers have 3 or 4 different variants, so that's kind of cool. And my guess is that those variations are on the patch and swatch side of things. So there you go. If you're chasing those 1 of 1s, those are the guys you want to buy. Those are the, if you are trying to avoid drivers with not a lot of 1 of 1s, well, the duals have a lot. So let me go to the first individual, Mike Crack. There he is again. Awesome. Mike Crack. He's just totally make this video worth recording, because I didn't even know his name was in this product. So by print run, how many cards do we have? Well, we have, obviously, if we have 246 unique 1 of 1s, we have 246 total 1 of 1s. The same can be kind of extrapolated for each of these. And so we get down to the 1 of 10s. We have almost 2,000 of them. So it's actually, I mean, this is the total product. We could calculate how many cases they're even selling based on this. I haven't, but I could. And this is going to give you the total. So there you go. That's all the cards that were printed. That's every print run. And so let's break that down. Who has the most unique cards versus total cards? It's going to be Sebastian, Lando, and you can see the rest here. Oddly enough, even the person that everyone likes collecting, the Lewis Hamilton, is not on this top list of drivers with the most cards. He has there is 115 total cards. So he signed 115 autographs for this product, but let's see, where's he at here? 29. He signed 29 unique cards, whereas these guys have more. So again, when you look at like who's the most valuable to this product, part of it is because there's a better chance, you have a higher probability of getting one of these cards. And when you combine that with their popularity, like Max Verstappen, I don't know, again, pronunciation, don't kill me on that. I know he was the top point getter because I looked it up last year, so he's probably valuable. But Lewis Hamilton, he's going to be your most popular. But while he's a 5 and Max is a 5 out of value, they both are, Max has more cards in the set, so he's going to be higher up top. Okay, so there you go there. Now I'm going to simulate these. If you're looking for actual evidence-based analysis on what you should buy, where you should spend your money, this is it. Simulate 20 case breaks, and then I pick the 20th case in that simulation, and I show you the results. Then I show you the results of all 20 aggregated together. This is really good for team group breaks so that, you might see in the checklist that the Yankees have the most teams or the most cards, but in reality, the simulation shows that a different team gets pulled more frequently. So let's just talk about what I got in the 20th case. Is there anything that usually I just look for high players? I didn't get any Lewis. No, I didn't get any of the top guy, Lewis Hamilton. That's disappointing. What about Max the champion? No, none of those either. Holy crap. But again, you're only getting 5 cards. So in this case, I should make my screen a little bigger here so you could see it all in one. In this case, I got a 2 and a 5 as my lows. I got 0, 1 of 1s. I got 3 of these out of 10. Let's see, did I get anything cool? The 2 is a flag. So that's one of the cool flag cards that come off of the uniform. Yeah, I really don't have much to say here because there's just not, this was kind of a crappy case break. So here's the order of cards by, what is this, team. Oh, I didn't change team for this. It doesn't matter. You can see all 5 of them right here. That table doesn't even really matter. Either same with this one by set type or parallel. Usually you'll see here like parallels, inserts, etc. This is just, I got these cards. So there you go. I got the flag. I got 2 dual relics and 2 of the base autograph patches out of 10. And then let's talk about the 20 cases. This is really where the money is. And this happened also with the Phoenix, with Panini Phoenix football, is I got, when we looked at one case, there was these results where it was like, whoa, disappointing. But when we looked at 20, it really evened out and showed us like, where's the meat and potatoes of this product? And I think this is largely going to be how we'll pan out. You're not getting a lot of cards, so there's really not a lot of variation here. But, here's your top card frequencies out of 20 case break simulations. Again, I used the randomness and the metrics that they put out on GTS or Beckett. So this is what you can expect out of a 20 case break. The drivers with the least Franz Toast, French Toast, as I'm sure he's called on the track, got 1 Mick Schumacher or Shoemaker. And there you go, Pierre Gasly. A lot of interesting names in Formula One. I had not realized that. Man, Mike Crack, I just got to buy this guy's. I'm going to go buy this guy's Topps Chrome card. That's awesome. If you have one, let me know. I want it. It's kind of like Dick Trickle, I know different sport, and the Formula One guys are probably mad that I mentioned in NASCAR guys or whatever Dick Trickle was in. But it's just funny names, man. These race car drivers. Anyway, French Toast too. Pretty cool name there, French Toast. So I did get some one of ones, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 one of ones in 20 cases. So not as frequent as I thought. In the last football one I did, I got a ton of one of ones, like 18 or something like that. In here, 8. So much less frequent. I got you're gonna get the most 10s. This is kind of a weird product to do this with because of how low print run everything is. But there you go. Take a screenshot. Use that to help you make better decisions. And obviously, everybody is an autograph in this set. But here's this chart's going to be the same as the one of card frequency because this usually breaks down. This table usually breaks down by autograph, insert, parallels, serial numbered cards, whatever. But because they're all autographs, it's just that. And then I gotta fix this window. I will break out my thoughts. Overall recommendation, personally, I don't think that this product, as great as the checklist is, I think if you're a Formula One fan, go all in. This is a great checklist. There's great autos. And there's a good ROI on this product. 65% or more fall into the 4 or 5 category where I'm saying you probably have room for profit. But I think that the Topps Chrome Formula One set is the set for Formula One. It is going to have the most brand recognition, the most accessibility. You're going to wind up posting some of these cards on eBay, check out my cards, whatever, and they're going to sit there for a while because of how high end they are. And how really just not special they are. Yes, the patches are special, and if what Topps is saying is that the patches are the star of the show, then you need to make all of those jumbos because then they're the star of the show. If you're saying that the cards themselves are the star of the show, they're the high-end product, then you need to make the images pop more. Yes, the autos are on card, which is great, but that shouldn't really be a differentiator. I mean, it's a high-end product; they're all on card. Give us something more to these cards. I'm so sick of just like cards that are made just to be made. They don't have meaning. These cards need to have more meaning with them. So give us more. Give us way cooler photography. Maybe put all these guys in their helmets and like take some like awesome neon pictures. I don't know, honestly, but just do something with the design that's better. So I say that the buy recommendation is a maybe. Simply because I don't think if you're not collecting for your PC, for your personal collection, I personally would just stick with Topps Chrome. That's it. That's case break analysis, case break simulations. I'm JT. Thank you for watching. That was Topps Dynasty Formula One. See y'all next time, and don't forget to subscribe, like, do all that stuff that I typically don't say at the end of my videos, but I'll say it. Thanks.